everyone. Today's session, we are going to discuss a very important latest paper of IGCSE 10th Biology, and it is the October-November session. We are discussing transcript number 22, that is the MCQ section carrying 40 marks. So here are the important questions. Yes. So the first question is, the photograph shows two rats. You can see that the name of the genus is same, Rattus rattus. Which statement about the rat is correct? So you can see that they belong to the same genus. So the first answer is correct. That means they belong to the same genus. This one is absolutely wrong. There's no same species, and they cannot breed together because they are not of the same species, and they do not share. They have written, but they do share common features. So the best answer is A. All right. The next question, you can see three figures coming up. Okay, the first figure, as you can see, is of yeast. The second figure is of a bacteria with a flagella. The third one is amoeba. Okay, so which row shows the kingdoms for the organisms cells labeled 1, 2, and 3? So yeast is a fungus. Yeast is a fungus. Bacteria is a prokaryote. And amoeba is a protoctist or a protista. So the best answer is B. The correct answer is B. Going forward, third question. The third question says, the diagram shows a plant cell. A biologist wants to find out the number of chromosomes as it contains. Which labeled part should be examined more closely? As you know that the chromosomes are present inside the nucleus. This is the nucleus. So he should examine the nucleus. That is the option A. So these three questions were very direct, very simple. Next question. Which of the following, which term describes each structure? Okay. So brain. So brain, as you know, is an organ. Liver is also an organ, and neuron is a cell. So the best answer of fourth will be A, because brain is an organ, liver is an organ, and neuron is a cell. Others are not matching because the second one says liver is a tissue, and the third one says that brain is a tissue. And the fourth one is completely wrong because it says that neuron is an organ. So there's no point reading them. The answer is A. So if you get your best answer, and it is like perfectly 100% matching, there is no need to waste time for the others. Next question, question 5, the diagram shows the order of bases along the part of one strand of DNA, which is the order of bases complementary. Okay, so you will go with ATGC pairing, adenine pairs with thymine, guanine pairs with cytosine. So which order of bases, as you can see, so adenine pairs with the thymine was cytosine pairs with guanine, then thymine will be A, and then again A will pair with T, again G will pair with C, A will pair with T, again T and A. So the best answer is D. You just go with the complementary base pairing, ATGC pairing. So the correct answer for fifth is D. Next, which substance is an enzyme? We very well know that enzymes are biocatalysts that speed up the rate of reaction without getting consumed. Fibrinogen is a protein. mRNA is not an enzyme. Pepsin is a protein digesting enzyme. And saliva is a secretion that contains the enzyme salivary amylase. So here the best answer is pepsin. So the answer is C, pepsin. Question number 7. Question number 7, you can see which function is formed in the duodenum. Now, duodenum is a part of the small intestine. Small intestine, as you know, that major absorption and all these enzymes are poured into the small intestine. So in the small intestine, digestion is fully completed. So you get the bile juice. Okay, you have the pancreatic juice, which complete the digestion in the pancreas. So bile digests, emulsifies fat, and then digests fat. And pancreatic juice also contain a couple of enzymes that help in digestion. So this is bile juice and pancreatic juice. that is received by the duodenum. So the best answer will be B, digestion. Going further, question number 8. Question number 8, you can see there is changes in the pH plotted on the y-axis, and you have these parts of the digestive system, the esophagus, the stomach, and the duodenum. Which substance causes changes in pH at point labeled X? Okay, point labeled X. You can see the pH over here in the esophagus is constant. Then the pH becomes acidic, that is, it falls in the stomach. And then, of course, here there is bile, which is being secreted. Okay, in the duodenum, bile is secreted, and bile raises the pH. Bile raises the pH, okay, for trypsin to act on the protein. So here, X will receive the bile juice that raises the pH. So the answer will be A, bile. Going to question number 9. Now, question number 9, which row names a small molecule and where the molecule is absorbed in the digestive system? Now see, name of the molecule, amino acid. So let's see which is looking correct to us. Amino acid. So they are asking you the molecule absorbed and the molecule not absorbed. The molecule is not absorbed in the small intestine. In amino acid is not absorbed in the small intestine. What about the colon? Colon, it is absorbed. No, so this is totally wrong. This is totally wrong. What about glucose? They are saying glucose is not absorbed. Okay, they are saying glucose is not absorbed. This is also not the answer. So in colon, basically water is absorbed. Okay, water is absorbed, and even in the small intestine, water is absorbed. So this is the best fitted answer. Why this is the best fitted answer? Because others are not matching. Here in the A and B small intestine, they are showing that amino acid is not absorbed. Glucose is not absorbed. This is all wrong. And they are saying maltose is absorbed in the small intestine. So the best possible answer is D. As that a student cut one stalk of celery from a celery plant and he put the celery plant in a beak of dye. Okay. The celery stalk was removed from the blue dye after 2 hours and cut into section, and here is the section. You have blue circles, and they are asking that what is shown in the blue circles in the cut sections of the celery stalk. So whose position are they showing? Now see, you have water here. The beaker had water, okay? And we know that this blue dye is going to enter the celery stalk dissolved in water. So the blue dye moves with water. The blue dye is going to move with water. So since the blue dye moves with water and the water conducting tissue in a plant is xylem, through the xylem, okay, so these blue circles, so the xylem is going to carry this dye because water moves into the xylem vessels. So this shows the position of xylem vessels. Next question. So the answer will be D. Next question. Now, which process removes water from the surface of mesophyll cells into the air spaces? So loss of water in the form of water vapor through transpiration. This process is evaporation. So water in the form of water vapor is lost through the process of transpiration, and this phenomena is evaporation. So the answer is going to be C. Now question number 12. Question number 12 is numerical based. Okay, let us see what it is. So in this question, the mass of water lost from a plant was investigated. The leaves of the plant were covered with a type of grease, okay, to prevent transpiration. Environmental conditions remain same. That means all the other factors were same, and here are the results. So mass lost. This is mass lost in 7 days. 7 days. So with no grease applied, it is 12. Grease applied only on the upper surface. Grease applied on both the surfaces. So there was no loss when grease was applied on both the surfaces. So we are only concerned with this in this. Now, what is the mean daily rate of water loss? Mean daily, that means per day. First of all, we need to calculate per day, and we have 7 days data. So what is the mean daily rate of water loss through the upper surface of the leaves? They're asking this. So how do you solve it? So what is the total loss? The total loss given is 12, and loss through the upper surface. Okay. So loss when grease was applied through upper surface. That is 8.7. Okay. So water loss through the upper surface will be 12 minus 8.7. That is going to be equal to 3.3 grams. So this is going to be in 7 days. You need to calculate daily, that means per day. So you need to divide 3.3 by 7, because per day, 1 week has 7 days. Okay. So per day, you have to divide this difference by 7, and you will get 0.47 grams. And this is going to be per day. So the answer is going to be A, that is 0.07 grams per day. Next question is question number 15. All right. No. The next question is question number 14. Now, which row The next question is question number 13. What is translocation? This is a very direct question. So you know that translocation is the movement of sucrose and amino acids from source to sink. So the answer will be C. This is from sink to source. It is wrong. And starch doesn't move. This is also wrong. And mineral ions do not move from sink to source. This is also wrong. So the correct answer is C. We go on to question number 14. Now, question number 14 says, which row names the blood vessels containing highest urea concentration and the blood vessel containing lowest concentration, lowest urea concentration? This is actually a very important question, and always students get confused. Now see, you know that in the villi, there is villi aligned by capillaries, and through the capillaries, the amino acids via the hepatic portal vein enter the liver. Okay, so via the hepatic portal vein, they enter the liver, and in the liver, urea is made. And this urea via the hepatic vein goes back into the vena cava, from where it is into the solution. So the highest concentration of urea will be in the hepatic vein. Now, when the blood goes into the kidneys, urea is not reabsorbed. Urea remains in the urine side. So the renal vein will not carry any urea. So kidneys remove urea, so the blood leaving the kidney. So the blood leaving the kidney will not have urea or lowest urea. So the answer will be renal vein. Lowest blood concentration will be in the renal vein, because all the urine will be in the all the urea will be in the nephric filtrate, or which we say as urine. So the answer will be B.